This week on Dear Veronica, we find BPM and your passions for podcasting. Plus, we dig deep to find the origin of the smiling poo emoji. Ugh. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dear Veronica. I'm your host, Veronica Belmont. We've got a lot of great questions this week, so let's not waste any time. Twitter user Mako Fury wants to know, I kind of wonder how software figures out BPM in samples and songs. To answer this question, I want to welcome onto the show producer and musician Justin Lassen. Having created remixes for artists like Madonna, Garbage, 9 Inch Nails, and Linkin Park, just to name a few, he's also a composer who has created music for video games and film. So he knows a thing or two about music software. Take it away, Justin.
Hey Veronica, so I have this software called Acid Pro, and it has a really cool wizard that kind of walks you through visually how to determine the BPM of a song that you may not know. So if we drag it into Acid, this beat mapper wizard comes up, and it says, would you like to use the beat mapper wizard on this file? You say yes. So you go next. So first, it's looking for the first downbeat. So this little blue bar, I can move anywhere and kind of find where that first downbeat. It pretty much thought it would start right about there. And you can, as you can see, you can say like, yes, you can test it. So yes, that is the downbeat. So you go next. Then it has these 4 markers that kind of help determine the 4 beats of this song. So we can press play. So it's determining that it's probably 135.747. We go next. And then we change all that. And now when we draw the song in here, it will loop perfectly in this software. At 137.007.
Thank you. You can follow Justin online at justinlassen.com or on Twitter at justinlassen. Next up, a question about this guy. Who created the smiling poop emoji? From @PhilipA.Shane. Well, Philip, it's actually an interesting story. Fast Company did an entire story about this back in 2014, and the best we know is that the happy, comical pile of poo first came to be popularized in a Japanese show called Dr. Slump in the 80s. Emojis came on the scene in 1999 when Japan's 3 big telecoms enabled them for texting and in certain email platforms. You should definitely read the article, which is an oral history of the poop emoji, as told by some of the Google employees who brought it, and emoji in general, onto Gmail. But to make a long story short, the smiling poo was added to the Unicode consortium along with all the other emoji we know and love in 2010, though more are being added all the time too, like my new favorite, burrito. And finally today, a question near and dear to my heart from @WayneSlowman on Twitter. I want to start my own podcast but have no idea of what to cover or talk about. Can you help? This is an easy answer for me, but it might still be difficult for you. Talk about what you love. Podcast about your passions. I'm serious. If you're going to start a show, produce it probably every week, put a ton of free time into it, your own money, and a good amount of hard work, then it needs to be about something you really, truly like. If it's not, you're going to lose interest in about 2 months, and then all that effort will be for nothing. And it's not just about wasting time. Your audience can tell when you're not excited about the topics you're sharing with them. Your enthusiasm needs to be infectious. For example, maybe you think you'll do a World of Warcraft podcast. There are a ton of amazing WoW shows out there for people to choose from already. If someone tries your show but doesn't hear the same amount of passion and excitement from you as, say, from the instance's Scott Johnson, then why would they stick around? So yes, the hard part is up to you. You have to figure out what you love enough to talk about every week. I can't decide that for you. In my opinion, the more niche, the better. If you love golden retrievers the most, be the best podcast on the planet about golden retrievers. You'll find your people. Trust me, I'd listen to that. You know what I'm passionate about? Your questions. You make this show possible. Keep sending them on in to the hashtag Dear Veronica on Twitter. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. As told by some of the Google... along with other... Garbage, 9 Inch Nails. This episode of Dear Veronica was brought to you by Go90.